London, 1888. The city is gripped by fear as a shadowy figure stalks the fog-laden streets of Whitechapel. This is the story of Jack the Ripper, history's most notorious and elusive serial killer. Welcome to Historical Cold Cases. The streets are shrouded in mystery, and the residents live in constant dread. Who is this figure that moves silently through the night, leaving a trail of terror in his wake? The police are baffled, the public is terrified, and the newspapers are filled with gruesome headlines. The identity of Jack the Ripper remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Join us as we delve into the dark alleys of Whitechapel, exploring the clues and theories that have puzzled investigators for over a century. Hi, I'm Tom, and today we embark on a chilling journey into one of the most infamous unsolved mysteries of all time. Jack the Ripper's reign of terror spanned a mere few months, but his legacy has haunted us for over a century. Who was this faceless killer, and why has he never been caught? Our journey begins in the foggy streets of Victorian London, where fear gripped the hearts of its residents. The police were baffled and the public was terrified. Despite numerous investigations and countless theories, the true identity of Jack the Ripper remains a mystery. Join us as we delve deeper into the clues, the suspects, and the chilling details of this historic enigma. Prepare yourself for a journey into the dark heart of one of history's most notorious cold cases. In the autumn of 1888, the Whitechapel district of London became the hunting ground for a ruthless murderer. 5 women, Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes and Mary Jane Kelly, were brutally slain in a manner that shocked and horrified the public. The brutality of the murders was unprecedented. The killer's precise method and the gruesome nature of the crimes suggested a knowledge of anatomy, leading some to believe he was a surgeon or butcher. The fear and panic spread rapidly through the streets of Whitechapel. The police were baffled, and the newspapers sensationalized the murders, adding to the public's terror. The killer, who came to be known as Jack the Ripper, seemed to vanish into the night, leaving a legacy of fear and mystery. The Ripper's victims were all women, most of them working as prostitutes. These women were often vulnerable, living in poverty and struggling to survive in the harsh conditions of Victorian London. They were attacked late at night or in the early hours of the morning, and their bodies were found in the open streets or in their own homes. The police were baffled, and despite extensive investigations, they could not find the killer. The victims included Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly. Each of these women had their own tragic story, and their brutal murders shocked the community. The press sensationalized the murders, adding to the public's fear and fascination with the case. The Ripper's reign of terror left a lasting impact on the city and remains one of history's most infamous cold cases. The investigation was led by the Metropolitan Police, and they faced immense pressure from the public and the press to solve the case. Various suspects were identified, ranging from local residents to high-profile individuals, but none were definitively proven to be the Ripper. The detectives worked tirelessly, often around the clock, sifting through countless pieces of evidence and following up on numerous leads. They interviewed hundreds of witnesses and suspects, hoping to find a breakthrough. Despite their efforts, the Ripper always seemed to be one step ahead, vanishing into the foggy streets of London after each gruesome act. The public's fear and outrage grew with each unsolved murder, pushing the police to devise new strategies and tactics in their desperate hunt for the elusive killer. One of the most compelling aspects of the Jack the Ripper case is the sheer number of theories about his identity. Some believe he was a local man with a deep-seated hatred for women, while others suggest he might have been someone with medical training due to the nature of the mutilations. The police at the time received numerous letters, some claiming to be from the Ripper himself, adding to the confusion. Modern profiling techniques suggest that the Ripper might have been a sociopath with a deep psychological need to exert power and control. The brutality of the murders indicates a profound level of rage and a possible desire to shock society. Newspaper headlines at the time sensationalized the murders, further embedding the Ripper's legend into the public consciousness. Despite the passage of time, Jack the Ripper continues to captivate and terrify. The mystery endures because, unlike most serial killers, he was never caught. His crimes were meticulously planned and executed with a level of precision that has left experts baffled. The fear he instilled in the hearts of Victorian Londoners has transcended generations. Today, his legacy of fear continues to inspire countless books, films and theories. The unresolved nature of his crimes leaves a haunting reminder of the darkness that once lurked in the foggy streets of London. In recent years, new forensic techniques have been applied to the case, including DNA analysis on the letters purportedly sent by the Ripper. The shawl found at one of the crime scenes has also been subjected to modern forensic analysis, revealing potential new leads. Additionally, historical documents and police records from the era have been re-examined with fresh eyes, uncovering overlooked details. These combined efforts have brought us closer to understanding who Jack the Ripper might have been. But the case remains officially unsolved. The advancements in forensic science continue to offer hope that one day we might finally unmask the true identity of history's most infamous serial killer. The story of Jack the Ripper is a grim reminder of the darkness that can lurk within the human soul. The foggy streets of Victorian London were the perfect backdrop for such a sinister figure to emerge. As we continue to uncover new evidence and develop better investigative techniques, perhaps one day we will finally unmask the Ripper and bring closure to one of history's greatest mysteries. The fog not only obscured the streets, but also the truth, making the investigation even more challenging. Until then, the legend of Jack the Ripper remains an enduring enigma. The foggy reflections of the past continue to haunt us, reminding us of the shadows that still linger in the corners of history. As we conclude our journey through the shadowy alleys of Victorian London, the echoes of Jack the Ripper's reign of terror still linger. His identity remains one of history's most tantalizing mysteries, a puzzle that continues to captivate and confound. The chilling tales of his victims remind us of the fragility of life and the darkness that can lurk within humanity. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history's darkest corners, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Join us next time as we unravel another cold case from the past, shedding light on the shadows of history. Until then, stay curious and stay safe.